You know, I tell this story all the time from my side of things. You want to tell them how this came about from yours while I double tune?
Well, go ahead and tell it, and then I'll see if it's right.
Well, I wrote this for my kids, two of whom are here tonight. I wrote this on a Christmas morning. I just had this really nice, clear picture of family, and I wrote it in the middle of the night on Christmas morning, doing some of that no assembly required stuff that sometimes happens. And I wrote this song instead of sleeping. And I liked it, and I put it on one of my unintentional collector's item CDs that I make on occasion. And it sat around for 21 years. Until I got a telephone call from this guy right here. He said, can you come to the studio tomorrow, Mac? And I said, yes, I can. What are we going to do? And he said, listen to this. He said, we're going to cut one of your songs, and I don't care which one.
That's a true story.
That's amazing.
That is a true story.
That is amazing.
Because when I first moved to Nashville, it was the day the first Gulf War started. I mean, Papa Bush. That's the day I moved to Nashville. And it wasn't long after that I got in a car and drove all the way to Toronto, Canada to see a girl. And I had two albums actually it was in my truck. And I had two albums in my truck. And it was an album called Blue Train by the Seldom Scene.
All right.
And it was McAnally's Simple Life. And by the time I made the circle all the way back to Nashville, I knew every syllable of that record. So, including this song right here. So,
well, I came into the studio feeling pretty good about it because nobody had ever said what you said to me before in my life, before or since. I was standing all the way up to my full driver's license height, which hurts my back at this age. And I go in there, and Kenny comes over and says, what song you want to sing, Mac? I know a bunch of your songs. And I said, it doesn't matter to me, Kenny, because I know a bunch of my songs too.
If I live long enough, I'll make up the whole record. I've got two of them.
Well, to his credit, and all that's on this record is us three guys right here. Eric's sitting on a wooden box just like he is right now. Kenny and me on guitars. And I remember backing out of the studio about an hour after we sat down and played this thing. We played it about 3 times through. And I was thinking to myself, that sounds really good. I think maybe if it didn't have me on it, it might be a hit. Turns out I underestimated him. He drugged me all the way up the charts like an ankle weight. We had a #1, we got a Grammy nomination, we got to sing it in NFL stadiums and SEC stadiums. Unbelievable.
This is probably, it's not the first time, because Matt came out on the road with me 2000, him and Charleston, love your brother.
Absolutely. God bless Charles.
Came out on the road, it's running together a little bit these days, but I think 12.
It was in the past.
Yeah. But it's been a long time since we actually stood on the stage and sang this together, so what an honor to be here.
Yeah. It's an honor for me. Everything about tonight's an honor for me, but this is big.
So if I forget the words, help me.
Okay.
When I was a boy, 4 houses down from me was a family with an only child. She was the only girl in this whole world that could make me smile. Down the road, made up reasons to go down the road. Somewhere inside of me, there was something she took a liking to. I asked her to marry me. She said she really wanted to. Down the road, see what life's gonna hold. To know, am I washed in the blood or just in the water?
busy